Folks, we got a red dot. Welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 3 Throw to Go. I'm your host, Hank Forster, coming to you live on an absolutely gorgeous and beautiful spring day here in Northeast Ohio, right here in Akron, Ohio. We are live at the Akron Zoo, and I am once again with Elena. Elena, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Last time we did this, it was the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And we were watching snowcats jumping around all over the place, okay? This is a whole different situation.
It is. We're going to show you our brand new area, the Lehner Family Foundation Wild Asia today. It hasn't even opened to the public yet, so you're going to get a sneak peek before anyone else.
We are so excited, and we appreciate that honor and this opportunity.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's get into real briefly the history behind this exhibit. How did Wild Asia come to be?
So the Akron Zoo is a levy-supported organization, and so we planned for our levy period. So we just came off of a 7-year levy period, so we also have a 7-year strategic plan. And every strategic plan, we tried to have one giant big project that really rounds out the 7 years. So this is a 17 million capital project that was also part of Pride of Africa. So Pride of Africa opened in June 2019 with our lions and goats and our new train and a couple of other things. So this is now the second part of that project, Wild Asia. So we are actually standing in the area that used to be Tiger Valley. So if you think back to 2.5 years ago before we tore it down, this is where the lions were, the tigers, the sloth bear, and the red pandas. So completely new area, and we've actually expanded it as well, so it's even bigger.
Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and start taking a walk. But let me check and make sure I turn my notifications off so we're not interrupted. All right. So we're good there. All right. So I mean, right now I feel like I should be like playing like Jurassic Park music or something like.
Something like that.
Like,
we're about to go into uncharted territory.
In my best John Hammond voice, I'll say, "Welcome to Wild Asia." All right, here we go.
And now as we start to walk around, I just want to note, we're still putting the finishing touches on the area. So you might see some workers maybe planting some landscaping, doing some paint touch-up, things like that. So that's just some last-minute touches to make this area perfect for all of you when you get to come see it on May 29th.
Okay, and that's Memorial Day weekend, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, so here's the main entrance.
I'm going to shut this to you.
All right. Here's the main entrance here. You can see they're working on concrete tiers and tiling right now, finishing that up on the columns. All right. The main gate. Let's get the title. There we go. Wild Asia. All right.
All right, here we go. So when you first walk into the area, you're going to come up to this wall with just a few holes. So this is actually called a tiger blind. And they use this in their native habitat for researchers to maybe keep an eye on some of the tigers and observe their behaviors, but be able to do it safely.
Okay.
So there's going to be some little holes that you can peek into and see into the tiger yard. So you're kind of getting like a sneak peek when you first walk in.
All right, so
of the tigers.
let's go ahead and look and see what one of these views looks like. There we go.
Now I will tell you, there is not a tiger in this habitat right now.
Okay.
But there will be.
Okay.
So what's really cool, we're actually going to be home now to 2 tigers. We used to be just have 1, so now we have 2, male Echo and female Deebaroo. Tigers are solitary animals, so they will never be together. So we have 2 habitats, so they both can be out for the public every day.
All right, and we got a educational placard here about tigers.
Yeah, so this is educated about tigers, and this is actually going to be a thing for the globe that people can turn, but we're still trying to protect it until the very last minute.
Okay, sounds good.
So as we head over here, this is going to be, I think, a really popular area. This is going to be called our amphitheater. So we actually have some seating so we can do some like education programs and things like that. We're also going to have a tiger training wall. So
okay.
Let me show you what that looks like.
All right.
So we sneak past this truck. here is the amphitheater.
Wow.
And this is the first viewing into what we call our tiger habitat number 1. And this right here is the training wall. So this is glass, but these doors can swing open, and a keeper can actually do some training demonstrations for guests who are sitting in the seating and really show. So we do training with our animals to allow them to participate in their own health care.
Okay.
So if an animal is sick, their first instinct is to try to hide it. They're not going to come up and tell us, excuse me, I don't feel good today. No, they're going to hide it because it's the survival of the fittest in nature. One of the places that they hide, their stomach, very vulnerable area, maybe their paws, their teeth. Whereas our animals here are trained to stand up and show their stomach, present their paws so they can check their nails, open their mouths to show their teeth and stuff. So that is really great. The keepers can keep an eye on them, but it's really also cool to see a huge tiger stand up on their hind legs.
Absolutely. So let me get a shot here, show people what the theater looks like.
Yeah.
So here's your seating. Very similar to something you would see at a Cedar Point, at a SeaWorld, even like almost like down in Cuyahoga Falls at like Rockin' on the River, same kind of tiered seating. So, you know, those are concrete casts, right?
Yep.
So there's low maintenance. You can, you know, wash them down real easy and all that good stuff.
And people can even sit here and hang out even when there's not a presentation going on.
Okay.
It's a nice place to sit.
Well, I mean, if there's no presentation, the tiger's still running around out there.
Yeah.
This is a great place. It's in the shade, right? So you could grab some nibbles and come sit,
absolutely.
eat, and just watch the tiger hang out, right?
Now, before we head up the stairs, we need to call attention to looking up.
Okay.
Let's look up here.
All right.
See the nice skylight? Isn't that so pretty?
I do, but I see a fence up there.
Because the tigers can get up there.
Oh,
You could
no
potentially
way.
have a tiger on your head.
No
so
way.
There's a ramp for the tigers
Okay.
to walk up there. And I think, while they haven't been able to try out this habitat yet, I think this is going to be a pretty
Oh, they're
great place
gonna be up there all the time because they can hide.
Well, hide with the sunbathing.
All right, so look there. So showing everybody, I'm showing everybody the ramp. So you see the ramp? You got the wood ramp. It goes up, and then it goes onto the roof. So we should be able to see it from when we get up there, right?
Yep, and then you can see across. So there's a little skylight there, and then we're gonna walk up the steps.
Okay.
And there is actually also a walk-around path to get up here. So if you have any strollers or wheelchairs, you're still able to get up here.
Okay, and here, right here, just to point out, there's another viewing window.
Yeah, so this is just to show like when the tigers walk out. And so this is actually pretty open, so the tigers can smell you.
Oh, is that good or bad?
It's just great enrichment for them to smell all those different smells.
Okay, all right.
But you're still perfectly safe.
Gotcha. All right. All right, walking on up.
Up the stairs.
Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. So there's look at that.
Look straight across there, so you can still see the tiger as they are laying up there, no matter where they're laying.
All right, so question. Okay, so there's only, you said they're isolated, so there's only going to be one in that environment. Mm-hmm. So that tiger could be down below over here.
Yep.
They could be up top over here. They could be on the side. They could be anywhere they want to go.
A lot of choices for them of where they want to hang out.
Okay, okay. And this is the top view, so you can see the seating from up above. All right, excellent.
Let's
Okay.
go over to our second tiger habitat. Now, my personal opinion, I think this is going to be the favorite of the tigers. And I believe the plan is to swap them every other day.
Okay.
So they both get to enjoy each habitat.
Okay.
So to start off, we have a beautiful pool right here at the window. So if anyone's been here, they know our grizzly bears love this pool. I also think the tigers are going to, when it warms up a little bit, it's just been a little too chilly.
We got a buddy up there.
There she is. So that is Deebaroo, our female.
Look
And
at
at first glance,
she just laid down in the grass.
At first glance, you might not be able to tell them apart until you see them. Echo's about 100 pounds bigger than Deebaroo, so
Okay.
you'll be able to tell them apart.
I think she just noticed we're here because her head perked up out of the. She went and laid down, and then I moved, and her head went. Bloop.
Deebaroo's a a bit of a diva. She really likes attention, as long as it's positive attention. So you can come here, tell her that she's a beautiful girl. She's gonna like you.
Okay.
Also, one really cool thing about this is this tall tree that doesn't have any branches.
Okay.
That actually has a pulley system on it, so the keepers can attach meat and pull it up to the very top, and then the keepers or the tigers can show off their amazing climbing skills.
Oh, so they just climb right up
Right
the
to
tree.
get to the meat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very cool.
Maybe we can walk around the corner, see if we can get a little bit of a better.
I hear they're testing the sound system.
It sounds like it.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool.
So even there she is. She found a nice shady spot in the back there.
Yep. I'd zoom in, but I can't see in the video. But there she is. Yeah, she's just hiding back in the grass, just hanging out. Okay.
So let's keep moving into the area. So that is everything tiger.
So that's all tiger related. Okay, got it.
So now we're gonna walk into what the plaza area is, kind of like the central location of Wild Asia. And maybe you're feeling a little hungry when you get here and like, I just want a nice tasty treat. Well, we have our lovely food truck that we just purchased.
Okay.
Called Panda Treats. And Panda Treats sells delicious donuts.
Okay.
So that's why you see the decal of the panda with the donuts on the tail.
Okay. Oh, I see that. That's cute.
Yeah.
So mini donuts here at Panda Treats. Okay. All right.
And now, there's a lot of debate on what is the favorite animal of Wild Asia, because there's 3 very popular species coming in here. But from the feedback I've gotten on our social media, I think these next guys are probably going to be the fan favorite.
Okay.
So let's come on over here.
Perfect photo op with the.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. We're here with our red pandas. So like the tigers before, we're only ever home to 1 red panda at a time. Now we have 3 red pandas. So they're 1-year-old sisters, Coco, Lulu, and Penny. And if any of you follow the Akron Zoo on Facebook, you've probably gotten introduced to them through our very popular web series that we've been doing, Panda Palace. If you haven't, I highly encourage you to go catch up because it's very adorable. These sisters are hilarious.
Okay.
So we've got one on the top of the rock, and I can't see who that is because all I can see is her butt. And then we got another one up there in the tree. I want to say that's Coco, but don't take my word on it because, again, I can't see her full face.
Okay.
And then Lulu is completely
I see.
passed out in the tree.
Oh, I gotta get. All right. Let's see if I can zoom in on Lulu here. Where is she?
So, in terms of personality, Lulu is our most adventurous of the 3. She's the first to come say hello, the first to try new things. Oh, there, yep, that's Penny.
That's Penny.
And then Penny is kind of secondary. She lets Lulu check things out first, and then when she realizes Lulu's okay, then she's more willing to check things out. So she's a little more reserved. Coco of the 3 is the shy one. It takes her a couple of weeks to get used to new things. She just likes to do it at her own pace.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question because I just don't know, right? And that's the beauty of when I do my interviews. I love doing stuff that I don't know. What is the difference? Besides coloration, what's the difference between a panda and a red panda?
Pretty much everything. They're absolutely not related.
Okay.
So the red pandas are actually in their own classification. They're once believed to be related to a raccoon, but further DNA studies show that they are in their own classification. So, and believe it or not, the red pandas actually had the panda name before the giant pandas, so they were first.
Okay. Very cool.
So red pandas are native to Nepal, China, the Himalayan mountain area. So they're actually more of a cold weather species. So they like winter better than the summer. So we had to, when we were building this area, we had to think, well, it can get hot in Ohio here in the summer. What would we do for these pandas? So we have this cave over here. It's actually an air-conditioned cave.
Right there.
Yep. We can turn the air conditioning on inside there. So I think when you visit on a hot, sunny day, you're probably more likely to see them inside that cave than anywhere else.
Okay. They're moving about now.
Yes. So pandas do like to sleep a lot during the day, so you might see them more sleeping than anything else. And that's what happens when you have siblings.
I was going to say they're playing right now.
That's a little bit more of a sibling tiff there.
Well, here's the thing, right? You said Lulu?
Yeah, so Lulu back.
Lulu was all chill and just hanging out and like all, just enjoying a nice spring day, and Sis came and like said, "Hey,
yeah."
Come on.
I feel like Penny was not trying to start a fight there, so Lulu technically probably started that, but Penny wasn't trying to do anything.
Oh, she's coming to say hi right now. Hi. Yeah, let's get a little close up. Somebody just said that that red pandas are their absolute favorite, and they can't wait for the 29th. Let's see if I can. Where
That
is she?
seems to be the theme.
Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Got her. She's just right here. Okay.
So that is not a frequent situation to have. They're more likely to play with each other nicely and stuff, but I feel like every parent out there probably could relate to what
Oh,
just
no.
happened.
I got 4 kids.
It happens.
Just last night. You should have seen it last night. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
So they are all 3 sisters, so that's going to happen from time to time. But more often than not, you're going to see them sleeping during the day. If you want to see them active, come right as we open, or come at the end of the day. And if you can get tickets to an evening event, you're more likely to see them more active.
I see that they got a hammock right there.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a viewer comment that they want me to try and kidnap one. I don't think I'm going to do that today.
So that might be super illegal, so I don't recommend it.
Not recommended.
Not only is it not recommended to kidnap them, but it's also illegal just in general to own a red panda.
Yeah. Yep. All right. There, it comes right over here. Okay, cool.
So yeah, so those are our red panda sisters.
People are digging the red pandas already.
Yep, and people are really excited for them, but I feel like it's just because they haven't gotten to know the next animal. And I think this next animal is probably going to get to people and touch their hearts because they have gotten to mine.
Well, let me ask you something. So, while this has been created, have the animals been here waiting, or did you just bring them in?
So the area was supposed to open in summer 2020.
Okay.
But COVID got in the way there. So the animals all arrived in the fall. So we waited until COVID numbers were down a little bit, safely, because a lot of these species are actually vulnerable to COVID-19. So we really wanted to take precautions to their health and safety as they came here. Some of our, like Deeberoo, our tiger, came all the way from San Diego, so she had quite a long journey.
Okay.
Echo, our male tiger, came from Oklahoma City. Red pandas came from Kansas City, and then our white cheek gibbons came from Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, which is in Colorado.
Okay.
So they all had quite a journey to get here. So we waited to a time that they could come here safely, and so they've been here since the fall. They go through a quarantine process. We've actually been doing that even before COVID.
Okay.
So that was a normal word in the zoo world, quarantine.
Right.
So they make sure that they're all good. They're in good health, and then they come over, and we've been introducing them to their new areas, giving them plenty of time to get used to it.
Okay. All right. Let's see the next one then.
So every year we ask Summit County, what do you want to see when we make these big projects? What do you want at your Akron Zoo?
Okay.
And our last survey was very loudly primates.
Okay.
So they wanted primates at your Akron Zoo. Don't tell the lemurs and the golden lion tamarins that no one thought of them as a primate.
Okay.
Despite that they are. So these are not monkeys. I want to say that right off the bat. They're actually called a lesser ape. So the ape family, you've got the great apes, gorillas, orangutans, chimpanzees. And then these guys are white-cheeked gibbons, and they're a lesser ape.
Okay.
So there's going to be 2 areas because these are warm-weathered animals. So it needs to be 50 degrees or warmer for them to go outside. They're actually inside right now, but I want to show you the amazing outdoor area that they have. So they'll probably start going out next week. We're just finishing putting the ropes up and everything. For an animal that loves to swing around and hang out and up and behind the trees, they're going to love this outdoor area, and I can't wait to see them. Really want to call attention to this tree because it's fake. It's cement.
Okay.
But how awesome is that artwork?
Yes.
It looks so cool.
That is. All right, just to give everyone an idea of the scope here. Again, you've got all these exhibits have these side profiles to allow the animals to come and approach the public. I see these doors open too.
Yep,
Same
so
kind of
we've
situation.
got a gibbon training wall over here, so we can do similar to what we did with the tigers. Is we can swing these out and open them and do a training session with our 2 gibbons.
Okay. And there's 2?
Yeah, so we have 2, a male and a female, Parker and Milo. And we do have a breeding recommendation for them, so fingers crossed
Okay.
for the future.
All right.
Little gibbons. So, and then we also have an indoor area for them. This is called the day room. So since it does need to be so warm for them, then people can still come in the winter and see them out and about.
See if I can get it better. Getting a lot of glare. There we go.
Yes, we are working on the glare situation.
No, that's okay.
So, and I see them. It looks like we're going to have to go to another viewing window because you're not going to be able to see them on the camera.
Oh, they're here.
Yes.
Oh.
So, what's really great about this habitat is one of the largest and most innovative gibbon habitats in all of a northern zoo.
Okay.
So we can't compete with the southern zoos because they have warm weather all year.
Sure.
So they can do a little bit more than we can. But we still have one of the largest areas, and that's really great for the gibbons. They have so many options of where they want to hang out, where they want to sit, swing around, things like that. So what we took in mind is we made this awesome habitat for the gibbons. We also looked at all the windows and places where our guests can to have many opportunities to see them, no matter where they choose to hang out.
Okay.
And now I really want to point out this pathway we're on. So our switchback gradual walk up the hill is back.
Okay.
So you're no longer having to walk up that very, very steep hill. You have options.
Okay.
And I know people very much have missed that. And this is also an ADA accessible pathway to make things easier for all of our guests. And we're going to go up. This is what we call our upper viewing
Okay.
of our gibbons. So they were sitting on top of the window, so I'm really hoping they swing down to say hi.
Okay, so we're up top now.
Yes, now we're all, so we were down all the way down there.
Yeah, I see.
A few minutes ago. So they're actually on top of this window. There's a grate up there, so let's see if we can. Milo, Parker,
There's a grate.
come here.
Oh.
So one of the things when you work with animals, you just never know what they're going to do.
Sure. All
Come
right.
on, guys. Come say hi. All right, well, while we give them a minute, so this is the upper area of the day room. But then there's also another viewing of the outdoor area.
I'm just kind of getting close and showing it.
And for anyone who wonders what all these dots are on the window,
Yeah.
this actually makes our windows bird friendly.
Okay.
So the
They
dots
can
help
see 'em.
them see that this is a window and they don't fly into it. So if you're ever visiting the zoo and you see these dots, that's what they are.
So it's not like a camera or picture thing.
We do have some open spots for some cameras to get
Okay.
in there, but it also is helpful for the people to see where the windows are as well, because that happens.
Where they walk right into them?
Yep. So, and then another viewing of the outdoor area, so you can see.
Looks like even more viewing up there.
Yeah, well,
We'll get there.
Why don't we head up there now, and then as we walk back down, we can stop by again to see if the gibbons want to come say hi.
Okay.
You gonna come down, guys?
Are they testing sound system right now?
It sounds like
Yeah.
it. I don't think it's supposed to sound like
It's
that.
what? That is not a waterfall, folks. That is. They're testing the outdoor sound speakers. Which I'm assuming then is there going to be like background music playing the whole time?
Not the whole time, but it's helpful when we do events. We can have music playing, or when we have to make announcements over the speaker, like, "Hey, this vehicle, please come move your car." Or,
Right.
"Hey, the zoo's closing." So we'll have that sound system throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Now we're at the very, very top of the hill. And
So
this-
wait, just so I can visualize. This used to be that steep blacktop hill.
So where we're standing right now is actually undeveloped area.
Okay.
So we've now gone into the woods. Maybe we're coming up to where the old aviary is, like old.
Right.
The blacktop steep hill is still there,
Okay.
but this is a second option for you to avoid that.
Gotcha.
This next area I think is going to be pretty popular for the kids. So we call this the tree house.
Oh, how cool is this?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Let's get on her.
How cool is this?
So we've got glass here and a nice platform that the gibbons can be sitting on right there, so you can be this close to a white cheek gibbon.
Right on the other side of the glass. So folks, we're above the outdoor area now, you can see, and they've got climbing ropes that come right here to the oh, Mick's already on there saying I've got to go down the slide. Oh man. Oh, I did that live with the otters the one time we were here.
Yeah. So this one's not as big as the otter slide.
Not at all.
So I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard about the slide from here, I thought it went all the way down there. I was like, that's the most epic slide I've ever heard of. And then people made the good point of that's a great way to separate parents from their children.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, all right. So we do a slide that takes you right down. Adults and children can go down it. We have no age restrictions.
So here's my question. We're still in kind of COVID time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So will there be a directional flow to this exhibit? Like
So-
come up and go down like type deal, or?
We'll have to see. We like to, when we open a new area, we like to see how are the guests behaving.
Okay.
We can predict all we want.
Okay.
But we do not do one-way pathways anymore. As of last fall, we were given permission from the health department to remove those.
All right, cool. Very cool.
So there
Yeah.
won't be any zoo-dictated directions.
Gotcha.
But it's very interesting to see how the guests interact with it. So, and then you can also see a nice view of downtown Akron all the way across there.
Very cool.
You'll see even more of it when there's no leaves on the tree.
Very cool. And now we're up above, so we can see down below. There's the red panda exhibit right
Yep, and
there.
over there's the tigers.
The tigers are right over here. Okay. Okay. All right, you want to pop down there and
Yeah,
see if
let's
they're.
go see. So yeah, and then this pathway comes out right by the eagles.
All right, dumps out by the eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where, just to give me an idea, is the flower garden area still here somewhere?
So it's right on the other.
It's on the other side of the fence. Okay.
Yep.
So that kind of lays out the layout in my brain then. So
Nice photo opportunity. Take a nice selfie right here.
right, and it shows you the size of them too.
Yep, this is actual size.
Okay. All right.
So all of the animals in Wild Asia are actually endangered or critically endangered.
Okay.
So this is a great way to for us to educate people on how, even though these are Asian animals, they can make an impact here in Ohio through your palm oil consumption. So palm oil is becoming increasingly an issue in conservation. People are destroying animals' habitats to create these palm oil plantations. So what you want to do is make sure that your products have sustainable palm oil in them rather than non-sustainable palm oil. You would be shocked what palm oil is in.
I was just going to ask, what is it?
Shampoo. It's just a type of oil that they have. So what I recommend people do is the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo has a wonderful app. You literally just go to the app store and search palm oil, and free app that you can download, and you can search products, you can scan barcodes, and if it tells you if it's a good product or not to be using.
Well, where does it come from in terms of what part of the globe?
All over the world, but
okay.
Particularly in Asia is an issue. So things like are you a Coke or a Pepsi drinker? Well, we prefer that you drink Pepsi because they have sustainable palm oil. When we pick our treats for Boo at the zoo, we are looking at all the candy and treats that do they have sustainable palm oil to make sure that we are supporting these good organizations that are going the sustainable route. Because all of these species, their habitats are being destroyed for these plantations.
So Rosie just asked a question in the feed, and that is, are you going to require masks to be worn after June 2nd? And I can speak on that because you and I already talked about that. It's going to be up to the city of Akron as a municipality, because the zoo will follow Akron's lead. Oh, look at this.
Take it down.
Look at this.
Hi, Parker.
Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. I'm through the glare. All right. So who is this?
This is Parker, our female. So you can tell them apart very, very easily. So they have something called sexual dimorphism. And so the males are one color and the females are another. So the females are tan.
Oh, and there he is.
The males are the black. So Milo is up there on the
He's up there if I can get the glare. Yep.
They really love sitting on those platforms and looking out the window because they can see across the whole zoo. And they're very curious. They really love knowing what's going on. So Parker is trying to figure out what you're holding. She's like, what is that? Can I have it?
That's amazing that they came right down here.
That's what I was like, let's walk
Give
away
them a minute.
And come back. I bet you. Because they're very curious, and I'm really hoping a big yawn or
look at that mouth.
I really hope people fall in love with them as I have.
So once again, Rosie, to finish up answering your question, it will fall on the city of Akron. The city of Akron will continue to dictate those regulations, and the zoo will follow their lead. So we haven't heard from the city yet.
Yeah, so their mask mandate is still in place, so masks are still required at the Akron Zoo throughout the entire park for anyone ages 10 and older.
Nick just pointed out one thing he really enjoys about coming to the Akron Zoo is they usually have employees at all the big exhibits that are there to answer questions and interact.
Yes. Oh, he's jumping on the ropes up there. He's fixated on something outside. He's very interested. Come here, bud.
All right, so again, you can tell the difference. Male, female, complete opposite colors. And she's gonna.
What?
She's going on. Oh! Right on up there. Hello. Let's see if I can zoom a little bit. There's the two of them together.
So they came to us as a bonded pair, which was really helpful, so we didn't have to go through the introduction process with them. They were already together, and that we know they already get along really well.
Very cool. All right.
So that is Wild Asia.
Yay.
And I know we just showed you everything, but you really can't get the full effect until you come here and visit in person and get to see these amazing animals. So Wild Asia opens up at the Akron Zoo on May 29th.
There are so many people that have been in the comments that are saying that they're so excited and looking forward to coming. So
We are so excited for everyone to see it. It's been a long time coming and we can't wait.
So put on a good show. Thank you so much once again for allowing us the opportunity
Absolutely.
to share this information with the public. Folks, thank you for tuning in and enjoy this glorious weather. And to be frankly honest, if you're not doing anything today and the kids are out of school, come on down. It's a great day to come see the rest of the zoo right now because it is beautiful today.
We do still have our time ticketing in place, so you'll need to purchase your tickets online ahead of time at akronzoo.org. You'll select an hour time slot. It's just your time slot to come in the zoo. There's no requirement on how long you can stay in except for our opening hours. So head over to akronzoo.org to get your tickets.
All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. Everybody out there, say goodnight, Shirley.